Alive.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to put this on mute. Huh. Tamam. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to London in my living room during lockdown. So I'm trying something very special. Oh, 1 second. I can hear myself in the background. Sorry. Okay. There we are. That's better. So we're trying something very special today called tea with Tevec is Turkish tea. I can't even say it. So Tevec is Turkish tea is inspired by the villages in Turkey, in Cyprus, all across the Mediterranean and the Middle East, where we have tea when we gossip every day. You go to your neighbor's house and you have some tea and you catch up on what's been happening. So
The main
I,
headliner is gossip.
of course. So as you can see, I have a very special guest with me today, direct from Istanbul, Mr. Azad Kaan. Yeah.
Thank you, darling, for the invitation.
Thank you so much for being with me today. I'm very, very happy that we can talk like this during this
Same for
time.
me. I'm also very happy. Yes,
So,
from the center of Istanbul, I'm greeting all of you, especially London, and everybody who's watching. And I hope everybody's fine and feels good. Yeah.
so for those who don't know you, obviously I know you very well, but for those who don't know you, would you like to just give them a little bit of background about where you're based and what you do?
Well, I'm a normal guy. I think I'm a nice guy. For people who don't know me, my name is Azad Kaan, now living in Istanbul, and I'm a male belly dancer. And especially, I had my education in many years ago in classical ballet, jazz, modern contemporary dance. But I was always a belly dancer. I wanted to stay in the belly dance community, and I'm still a belly dancer and a choreographer with the influence of other dancers. Yeah, and now I'm in Turkey because I thought I have to change my life to get more inspiration. I want to widen my repertoire in folklore, in ritual dances, etc., etc. And before I get old, I wanted to start in nightclubs and enjoy the real Middle Eastern nightclubs. Yeah, but because of the pandemic, we are staying at home.
Yes. Oh dear. Yeah, I know. I think it's a difficult time for dancers at the moment. Yeah. So how are you? And obviously you're based in Istanbul, but what's the situation been like in Istanbul and Turkey?
Well, we are here really in perfect condition. Everybody is very happy because we have really strong, strict regulations. But it's boring to stay because at home because we stayed 3 months at home, and for the last 2 days we were allowed to return to the normal life. But when this situation in the world started, I was on tour in Denmark, and after I went to Germany, and Turkey locked down the borders 1 day before I was returning. So my flights were canceled, and I was thinking, oh my God, how to return back because there's no opportunity to go back. And I was thinking that this period will take more time than 1 month. So I was really hurrying up to return, but every border was closed. So I escaped from our Switzerland to Istanbul, and it was really hard, like jumping from Nuremberg to Stuttgart, take my luggage. I called some friends, bring me please to Switzerland. We crossed in the night the border and was waiting 16 hours at the airport, sleeping on the chairs there. And they didn't take me to the plane. Oh my God. And then we arrived finally after so many hours in Istanbul. And then, of course, the controls, the health controls. And nobody was knowing how this will work because that period was so hard in the airports. I have seen so many people also going to Asia. They couldn't fly from Europe. Everybody was confused, and you stay in a country. I have some students, they had to stay in Australia, they couldn't return. My neighbors here are from Germany, and they called the embassy and they can't return. Now they are living here for a period, and it was a mess for everybody. So I was very happy, and also happy with the Turkish embassy. You just call and they fly you inside. And yes, I had to stay 2 weeks in quarantine at home, so I was lucky. But everybody who was arriving in Turkey one day after me had to go to a hospital to stay
Oh,
there for 2 weeks. They had a really good treatment, but I was happy to stay at home because I'm on the way on the tour all the time, and we want to stay at home, relax. So I was happy. So and after we got a lot of regulations, and I'm surprised and proud about Turkey because I was thinking that Turkish people, the Middle Eastern mentality will not follow so much. But when I watch the international news, I have seen, oh my God, the Turkish people really take this pandemic very serious, and everybody, of course, there are some who didn't follow, but everybody was following. So we were really like in a prison at home, but the government supported immediately a lot of people and old people. So you had police officers, they brought your shopping, you gave them a shopping list, yeah, and they went to shop for you. Or if you are old lady and you can't go to the bank, they bring you the money and they have money there. And I could call the police and I could say, hey, darling, police cop, I need cigarette. Can you please bring me? And they do. So it was like a
wow.
dog. It was like a movie. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? So also in villages and very other places, and of course I didn't ask because I don't need, but the government sent a lot of packages, food packages, beverages, a lot to people, and they tried really, and we got masks from the government for free and the disinfection stuff and all that stuff. So that's why we have been really in a good situation here, and I'm living here in the center of Istanbul. My neighbors are all musicians. Finally, I met them because every musician was on the window doing music, singing. So it was really,
Wow.
yeah, it was funny. So I enjoyed to stay at home. But of course, the first week, I was thinking that I should be like a normal person, cook like a normal person, eat like a normal person. And I just recognized after 1 week, this is not good for me because and after I online ordered a lot of gym equipment, so my house is like a gym center, and I was doing sport, and watching people from my balcony.
Yeah, I know this same feeling. It's like we've got I've moved the camera so you can't see it, but we've got our gym equipment over here. And yeah, and I know all my neighbors now because
Yeah, yeah.
who's coming, who's going.
I
But
was with the cigarette and like, oh, this guy is married with that lady. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, they are matching together. Oh, these children are there of them. Ah, oh, this musician is. Now I have the overview over the whole area here,
yes, exactly. And for
and
those, oh god,
even they know me now. They have because my neighbors see the house. Sometimes they see me, sometimes not, and now they know. Oh, this is a guy here staying here. Now they get known with me slowly.
yeah, exactly. And you know exactly, yeah, who's coming, who's going, how many children they have, which dad plays with their son, which mum is going out to the shops or whatever. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, for people who don't know, and in Istanbul a lot of the time, and with Azad's apartments, is you have balconies in Istanbul, so everybody can see each other. You basically see who your neighbour is opposite, don't you?
I mean, here I'm in the old district, so it's old Istanbul. It's the European side. The Asian part of Istanbul is, of course, more beautiful to live. It's more relaxed. The streets are big, the houses are very big, and you have more distance. But here in the old city, because the buildings are old, they are not allowed to change that. So you are really very closed. in this area where I am, but this is what I like. But I have all my curtains, and I'm planning to go to my terrace with the slip to get the sun bath. But my neighbors can watch me. That's why I'm trying to get now some like curtain to close to not have a show. But even I was preparing a lot of costumes here in my living room, and I let them stay here, but some neighbors have seen the costumes from the window, and when they met me down, they said, "Oh my God, are you the costume designer? Can you prepare a costume for my daughter? She gets married very soon." I said, "I'm not the costume designer. I do, but not for normal people." So yeah, so we know each other better, and we know the privacy of people. We get to know the privacy of people a lot.
We've gone back to village times where everybody knows everyone's business. So I just want to say this is Turkish tea with Tevec and Azad Kaan. So we have come prepared. I have my teapot today and my glass, and Azad has his coffee. So we're going to drink.
Yes, I wanted to prepare Turkish tea in a traditional way, but I was so I'm trying the first time this Zoom and this equipment, so I had no time to prepare. And I love coffee because I have to wake up. That's why I have my coffee here.
I love it.
But I hope, inshallah, one day everybody, Tevec was here, but I hope when people are coming to Istanbul, I would love to host and present you Istanbul or meet you here. And hopefully you can come.
Yes, definitely.
And I have to say, I was surprised. I was surprised. I'm talking in Germany with a lot of friends, and I'm asking how they are. And of course, many people don't know if they can go to a holiday in a country, or when they enter a country, do they have, is it sure, safe, or do they have to go to quarantine or something like that? I heard that in Germany they do a lot of the European media is presenting that Turkey is the safest country in this pandemic, and we have really strong regulation. You know what is going on now? The big stores are opening. When you are going to a changing fitting room, you are waiting that this. Of course, you need the social distance and blah blah blah, and not so many people are allowed. All this stuff. But when a person is leaving the fitting room, you are waiting. You have a button. You press the button, and then there's coming a whole disinfection, and then when it's ready, tuck, you can go inside to change. They changed everything here.
Wow.
It must be like that, but okay, there's a new regulation. And when you go to a restaurant or to a holiday hotel, so you have a hotel room, the next room must be free.
Okay.
And when you are sitting in a lobby, there's a distance of 4 meters. But now the hotels and everything is working, and they prepared everything really perfectly for the pandemic situation. And in Europe, they say Turkey is the safest. And I see really because I have never seen a country, and I'm really surprised of that, with this kind of regulations. Oh my God, 3 months we were at home,
Yeah.
complete, and we have really big, very good hospitals. You just go and say, "Oh, I have a little pain," bam, test, you are inside. They check and you stay and all that stuff. They are coming, you just have to call. So we are really prepared. I know, but when you are planning to come, don't be afraid. And there's no quarantine. They check you, of course, at the airport, but there's no quarantine. So we are really safe
Yeah.
here.
That's amazing. I think they've handled it very well, very seriously, very
I'm proud
professionally,
about that.
and they've put the people first. So,
Yes,
they put people's
we
lives first.
and the old people, they rescued a lot of lives of 90 years old, 80. And unfortunately, I'm a little bit disappointed. Not I'm disappointed from European Union. Why? Because European Union for us Turkish people is like, wow, the magic country. Now, before it was America, but now European Union was always for us they are European. But when I see what's going on there in the hospitals, and even Turkey sent it, Italy, Spain, Great Britain, and many countries, all the medical stuff, and tried to help in a way. And from some countries, they brought Turkish people to Turkey because the hospitals didn't take them, even from Scandinavian countries. And I was like, why they are not taking care of that lives. They are old, but they have tradition. They have, I don't know. We are really, I have seen a lot of interview reportage of people who are living outside of the country and they are so happy they are now healthy here and are waiting to go back to their countries. So I'm really proud that we are in that situation. We have one of the best medical service in the world.
Yeah,
In the world,
fantastic. Yeah,
not in area,
fantastic.
in
I
the
agree.
world.
Yeah, I agree. Fantastic. So let's move on. Let's talk belly dance now. Oriental dance, Turkish dance, Oriental, göbek dansı, however you want to say it, Rakşarki. So we're gonna keep with the Turkish theme and mainly talk about Turkish people so we can help educate and spread our knowledge and love for the dance. So I'll start with a question. What does Turkish belly dance mean to you, or Turkish Oriental? Oriental.
Well, in our community, many choreographers try to categorize the style and to divide the style just to create a fake level. This style is more what I like this style. Normally, originally, when we go back, it doesn't matter if it's Turkish style, Egyptian style, Lebanese style, Syrian style, Palestinian style, Emirati style, blah, 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 blah. Raksharki is Raksharki, belly dance is belly dance. So, of course, the audience and the mentality in every country is a little bit different, and the audience expects sometimes different stuff. So, of course, the belly dancer are taking care of that. But when we go hundreds, centuries ago, it was a dance behind the walls. We always think in the palace. In the palace, there was not so much belly dance, and it was very strict. It's not like today. And the origin of belly dance is a poor story, and is not a cultural story like that, because the ladies had to get naked to earn money. And when we are talking about the belly dance in the sarai, it's more folkloric and very dressed because it's like military there. But of course, the evolution, revolution, and all the changement created the belly dance in that way, how we are doing that. So the Turkish mentality, of course, we are coming from the Ottomans, one of the biggest empires, and they spread out belly dance all in the whole world. Because originally belly dance is a fusion of Indian and Persian dance. And there are a lot of proofs, but in our community, a lot of choreography. Even Emanzaki, they told me, Azad, Emanzaki is telling the same like you. I said, thanks God. I said, but there are the proofs. It's not Turkish, it's not Arabic, it's originally Gypsy, Indian. Of course, we adapted that because we are Oriental and it starts to get Oriental dance. So, and Turkish dance, especially the difference of Turkish style uh, or the Lebanese style in comparison to Egyptian style, for example, is belly dance is belly dance if you watch the old videos. But here, when we have the music halls, a lot of singers are coming on stage and singing. And they have a changing time of their costumes, like 15 minutes. So to fulfill this gap, they use the belly dancers to do a different show. So the belly dancer, a Lebanese or Turkish belly dancer, is forced in 15 minutes to show what she can do. She must do a real show. But in Egypt before, it was like the singer is on stage and the belly dancer is in the background, and the job of the belly dancer is to present and transmit the feeling, the content of the song. We don't have this in Turkey. And in Turkey, they don't like, for example, also when I do sometimes, when we sing and show the tarab, they say, what is this? We are so rich in folklore. If I want to see dramatic, want to see the real, and not about the belly dancer. I want to see belly dancer, elegant, beautiful lady who shows I am the queen. But nowadays, everything changed. Egyptian style is not Egyptian style like before. Turkish style is was always getting influenced by others. We have, for example, we had always a lot of spins. big movements. We used a lot of the stage and always focus on the audience. And the Middle East people, the Asian Middle East people, which starts from Bosporus, Turkey, Lebanon, Philistine, Palestine, how's it called, Lebanon and Syria, Iraq, they want, even you will hear the difference to Egyptian music. The Egyptian music is very calm, very relaxed, very enjoyable. The other, for example, Lebanese dabke is strong, Syrian dabke is strong, our gypsy is strong. We want more boom, boom, yalla, yalla. And the African Middle East people are more inshallah, inshallah. Yeah, this mentality. You can see that mentality in the body of the dancers, in the costumes of the dancers, and the way how they move. But for my idol and teacher, one of the best presenters of Turkish style, I will call some old names, and I will meet her finally this week after this pandemic, is of course Nesrin Topkapı. Yeah, and it's very sad that when she was one of the most famous dancers in the world, even in London, she was living 8 years in London at that.
That's right.
Perfect
Yes.
English. I studied 3 years in a in a conservatoire how to teach. She is the best teacher, the best. Not because she's Turkish. She's the best teacher what I have
Absolutely.
ever seen in a belly dance company, and I could cry that. And I studied so much. I paid so much money. I studied, and I had really high education. But this lady is my master. The
I
way how she brings the dancer to the essential thing, and the way, and she goes step by step. She has that what I was studying 4 or 5 years. I will meet her this week, and she's elegant. She was grown up with ballet, but it's oriental. This is lady. Many people, my neighbors, tell me when it was New Year's Eve in the television, they waited 12 o'clock Nesrin Topkapı on stage, yeah. Or Tülay Karaca, which I also very like, her crazy spins and the hair, yeah. The big jumps, the headbangs, the backbends, the Turkish drops, all that stuff. So the Turkish style was classical, but in this classical, we have a lot of soft acrobatic movements, a lot of shoulder works, hand works, a lot of dynamic like down, up, and heads and playing. So to present, the picture is always a beautiful lady who comes in front of the Sultan just with this dance to get the heart of the Sultan and get the wife. Because when you are the wife of the Sultan, you are the strongest lady in the world.
yes.
That was that. And this is the thing. And but in the 80s, 90s, because of the television, many professional good belly dancers stopped because the television wanted to be more European, because they tried to give the people here the idea that Europe is free, but free means naked.
Okay.
This is what Turkish people don't understand very well. Because it's the mistake of the media. They also, I have some friends say, oh, I want to go to Europe. I say, why you want to go to Europe? It's free. I can walk naked. I said, I have never seen a naked person on the street. I said, you are not allowed. Europe is the union of regulations. Why you think that? This is what they think, because they see also the tourists, and I said, no, they are working 1 year and they are here just relaxed. There's still an opinion about that, but and the media, the television, pushed a lot of sexy, beautiful girls with very, very naked, ugly costumes to go on shows. And then in the 90s, the Turkish belly dance got a very bad reputation. Because when I speak to other choreographers, Turkish belly dance is like that. I said, no, this is just a period, because we started being modern before you. You still 220 don't have this modernism in your television, but we had it in the 80s, 90s. But before, we had really classy belly dance, nightclub style, folkloric gypsy style, or the television style, or also in the 50s, 60s, 40s, and before. because the first belly dancer was not the folk. The first belly dancer was Emine Adalet P, which was born 1903, and later she was an agent between America, Germany, and Ottoman Empire, and she was also dancing in front of Hitler.
I did not know that. This is the
And
first
she moved
time I've
later
heard
to
this.
Emine Adalet P, like P-E-E.
Let me just get a pen. Sorry, YouTube.
Yes.
I have to write this down. It's important to know the history. So Emine
Adalet,
Dalet
and the American surname P, P-E-E.
P-E-E. Okay. Thank
Born
you.
1903. And later, of course, with the Ottoman Empire and all that stuff. And you know, the first belly dancer in Hollywood was a Turkish dancer. And the
Necla
Turkish
Ateş.
brought to America. Yes, also. And before, people are telling a lot of different stories, but American style is based by Turkish style. And of course, they improved, they made more shows. The European changed, take the belly dance more serious than the Middle East people. In Turkey, when you sat in the night, when I was younger, of course, people didn't want to see belly dance. They said, oh my God, it's Arabic, it's Arabic. But they wanted to see the European style. We pushed our culture back to be more European, to enter to European Union. That's why I still stay. But now Turkey goes back to the roots in a good way because we wanted to go to European Union. We said we want to be European. We want to be with you. We want to be the bridge between the continents. But European Union, of course, said no. We can cooperate, but not a lot. But in this pandemic, they said, come. But now the Turkish mentality is that they don't want anymore enter European Union. The mentality is also changing. But Turkish people are divided. We love culture, but we have also a very big segment who says, I am Las Vegas style. And you can see that also in Turkey in the belly dance because we had now a lot of nightclubs. Before, you could go to a nightclub with dinner show and you had a lot of belly dancers, folklore dance, and you could enjoy a real routine, classical routine. The entrance, the ballet, the floor work, the drum, the gypsy, and the asaya. But now the new modern clubs are more like a pub, like Oriental Irish pub style. You know, you go to Irish pub and then you start have immediately belly dancers and then chic shack shock, chic shack shock. So the belly dancer is dancing like 15-20 minutes, but she can't do a routine because there's not space. She's going around. Unfortunately, even dancers are complaining about that, but the new generation wants to drink and have party, and the belly dancer should be around like a go-go dancer. This is the new style, which I don't like so much. And people are dancing also, so you don't give the attention to the belly dancer. But thanks God, this is changing. Even with this pandemic, this is changing. And before the pandemic, I started at Gargazinosu. Now I publish. After so many years, the historical Gar Music Hall, which hosted years ago the most famous dancers like Zeki Müren, Bülent Ersoy. It was also always my dream. I started there to be a dancer.
Oh,
And
well
the
done.
Bosphorus cruising, I was also, but then this pandemic came and we stopped. Of course, it's closed. And when I start there again, I will bring this old style back. I want that belly dance lovers come the real belly dance shows and not these 5 minute jigs. Because you have seen last year in that amazing clubs where we have been, it's
Yeah.
amazing with the food. You have a lot of group dancers, belly dancers, go-go dancers, striptease dancers, and show. And of course, the belly dancer gets just 5 minutes. And they mostly use for this 5 minutes drum solo because they can impress with a drum solo because they are skin, they are beautiful, everything is there. Turkish people like hard accents and headbangs, so you can impress the tourists in 5 minutes with a drum solo. And when I'm coming with my tarab, with my artistic work, I'm changing the mood, and people immediately from the party they are feeling like a theater. So this is not matching with many nightclubs systems, you know. But I'm sure that many stuff will change here, also in Turkish style. But we are really good belly dancers, and a lot which I think they should take more class.
Well, I think they should take your class too. Obviously, I've taken.
I also have the, I'm taking also class. You know that
I
I'm going
know.
to Ankara to big teachers, and I pay so much money for private classes, 1 week every 5 hours, because I have to change myself also, because otherwise 20 years the same style, that's not going. And I want to teach and survive only for you until I'm 80. But for that I have to change my style. I need new influence, and maybe the way to present me in a different way. And I get older. No, I get closer to 40. So now I can show my legs. Now I can dance like a oriental go-go striptease gay looking boy. But after a period, if I want to keep the respect of people, I have to close my dressing. I have to change my style.
Mm.
Because when I'm 40, 45, I can't dance like before on tables and doing that. And for me, it's always important. My aim was always when I die, that people, when they remember me, they say, there was an amazing teacher. He gave everything to his students. He wanted to keep this culture in a professional way, and he know how he should move in every area. This is my aim. Of course, I would love to go to Las Vegas, Kyoto, Ugly, and do belly dance there. But with that age now, starts to be difficult.
Oh dear. Right. No, this is really interesting for me as well because I'm still learning, and what I call Turkish style for myself is what the Turkish people like. That's how I
Yeah.
see Turkish style. So it's just what Turkish audience is like. I know they like the fast, upbeat, sort of, they don't want to sit there and listen to an emotional song and get depressed. They like to party and have fun with the
The thing
dancing.
is, the same is in all Arabic countries, also in Egypt. We see a lot of colleague dancers in Egypt in hotels, weddings. The new style, of course, very naked, boom, 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 boom. But this is not the Egyptian style. I don't say it's bad, but it's a different.
It's modern day. I think it's evolved into modern day. Yeah, current, contemporary.
The Raksharki style, which is presented on festivals, are mostly made by male choreographers, mostly. So a male choreographer of folklore is teaching Raksharki, earning the money, but saying, I'm not gay, I'm not doing belly dance. So of course a choreographer is good, but can a choreographer who's never dancing belly dance on stage be so good like a belly dancer? For my opinion, it's not possible. You must enter in that role to um, to feel the lady, to show the movement, not only the steps, because nowadays every choreographer is watching YouTube, and especially the Russians, to copy their style, teach them to the students, and then say, this is authentic, original, traditional ballet. And I'm saying, come on, this is not true. But when you go to a village and you see a lady doing balance, it's more difficult. In Egypt, the same. It's
Mm.
different. It's not with arabesque, it's not with that, and it's not with that stuff, yeah? So it's more traditional, it's different, it's more authentic, the same here. But belly dance, if you want to see in Egypt belly dance, you have to go to nightclubs. But when you are shocked, it's not my fault. The same here. You can go to the touristic nightclubs, to the normal Turkish local nightclubs where the classy people are. You can see nice raksharki or show raksharki. The Russians call it belly dance show. We have that a lot here with the fun whale, beautiful ladies doing choreographies. Yeah,
Like fantasy style.
yeah. But when you go to some areas where only men go drinking, and you will see a different belly dance because it's nightclub only for men. So it's man club. In Turkey, we say, and in television, always the stories are always the poor girl is coming to the big city like Istanbul to get famous singer, but then she goes the wrong way, and then she's finally in the nightclub belly dancer to survive. That creates a very bad picture. In Europe, the picture, the Sultan is sitting, has 50 ladies, and the girls are dancing, and he's having sex. Also very wrong. It was never like that. It was never like that. But this is the imagination. Sexy dance. Of course, it is sexy because every day, I mean, Latin dances are so hot. Even tango, you are dressed, but tango is so erotic. It's love. But so in this mentality here also, it's your job to earn the respect. When people are not respecting belly dance, I totally agree. Totally, because they are right. They are the folk. As an artist, it's your job, it's my job to say, stop. This is what you know. This is what I present. Please compare and select.
Yeah.
I am responsible for my reputation because I stopped to talk to some dancers after I have seen what they are presenting on stage because I said I have less followers in Instagram in Turkey, but I have qualitative people. They are following. They are even following with which people I'm chatting. When I was doing some smiles and oh, you are very good, they really asked me, Azad, are you sure with your opinion that this dancer is good? I said, yes, because he has the power, he's entertaining, but his technique. I'm thinking, oh my God, are you judging also over me like that? Sometimes I'm also just improvising, yeah? And this is important. And that's why we are always saying to people, we are not doing dirty nightclub belly dance. We are doing artistic belly dance like you are presenting because you take the idea of nesting, for example. This is what people want to see. They love my neighbors. They don't like my dance. They said, oh, you are moving good. They show me my students only doing 10 minutes shimmy like epilepsy. And I said, oh my God, he's shaking so strong. I said, yes, but not controlled. I can't do that like that. They want to see that. And when they say, yeah, but you are dancing like a theater, like television, like Nesrin. I said, yeah, but this is my job. So it's my work, how I present myself. The same. When they would see you, they would say, she's a classy dancer. And some would say, come on, girl, shake more. Come on, drop down, stand up, fly, go ground part to the room, and go outside of the room and come back. Yeah, they want to see that. Go style more. And some classes will say, she's in the rhythm, she's the melody. So it's up to the audience with which eyes and perspective they are watching you. And you
Yeah.
decided to be classy, the classy Turkish style. You are doing classy Turkish style. I'm doing also classy Turkish style, but I can do also Egyptian style. But I mix a lot of also with contemporary style, so I have my style. But when we are jumping between the audience with my Galabeyan wearing, of course, this is not Turkish, but this is the audience work, you know? So we must jump, but we are always in a protected area like theater because we don't have the normal public who are watching that. But that was a reason I wanted to come here. I said, I want to dance also for the normal public who's not interested really in belly dancing. They just want to see us shaking and to impress them and to say, stop. It's not only shaking the hips, it's also there is something, there's a statement behind this art.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
Well, I've got a couple of things to add to that. I think one is you can't please everybody. Okay. People will
Yes.
like what they like, you know, like you said, you have people who like different things. But also, if you make it your job and be like, okay, this is who I am, and I'm going to stay authentic to who I am, I think then you do win over people who might be like, oh, I didn't think I'd like this, but then actually I like it, you know. So you do learn, you do win over, I think, the respect of people, and they will come up to you and they will say, that was fantastic. I haven't seen anything like that before. Or it was classy, or, you know, I really enjoyed it. You know, they see a difference and a quality in it. That's my personal experience anyway.
This is also what I try to tell to the people. When they are going to competitions or they want to improve their dance, they are of course watching YouTube many stars. They are so amazing dancers. There are thousands, millions of amazing dancers, and of course you should watch and take the elements which you like to improve yourself. But if you take too much, or if you take it and don't get it in your body, but just act like them, I say, oh, please take care. You should copy a teacher to understand him or her. But if you lose yourself totally, for example, people are copying really people, dancers who are not in the rhythm. Nowadays, in our international community of belly dance, even this is what I say in the workshops, the Mejoncé style, the new music based mostly on old rock keys are faster. It's made by computer. A musician can't play so fast. So we are forced to do fast choreographies. And even we choreographers train at home and couldn't be in the melody and can't catch the rhythm. How should I teach that? Bam, 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 tick, 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 tick. And when you copy these teachers and a person who's out of this community, a ballet dancer, jazz dancer, is watching and saying, do you know that you are not in a rhythm? Do you know that you are more in the rhythm but not in the melody? And this is, I say, Turkish people, Arabic people know belly dance. They will love it, or they will not love it. This is not my focus. My focus is people who are not involved and don't know. They should be impressed. This is my goal. If my neighbor likes my dance or not, I don't care. They can watch other dancers in YouTube. Yeah, and it's just 5 minutes for them. They see me 5 minutes and they will forget. But to impress Europeans or Western people or other people, it's more important. And to show them also, we are dancing with the rhythm and the melody. For my opinion, and I studied so many years ballet, jazz, modern, the most difficult dance in the music is belly dance. And many choreographers will agree with me. Ballet is bodily, with your body and with the technique, very hard, strong. You need long years. But the music is not so difficult. It's difficult for us because they don't have the rhythms like us. But we belly dancers must follow the rhythm, must follow the melody, and sometimes we have to combine and separate them, like in ballady, like in Rakshaki. The hand is doing something else, the hip is doing something else, the chest is doing something else. So we are doing difficult stuff, and that's why I say always, when you watch dancers, look how they hear the music. And sometimes as a dancer, we have to ignore some little back accents and melodies, because if you try to do everything what you hear, it looks epileptic. Because we have to take also care that the audience is relaxing. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we lose that in belly dance a lot. We lose that. Today I see it's like karate. It's just presenting technique is the most important thing. After technique, you can add your character, but it's just presenting like a butcher, technique, 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 but there's nothing behind. Sad.
Okay, so would you say that you, obviously technique, you need to go to class and learn, but would you say the essence of Rakshaki is the soul behind the dance?
This is in every dance. If you are watching skate, how do you call the ice skating dancers?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
They
Figure
get
skaters.
they get always points. They are amazing. Technique, technique, technique. When you are perfect in that technique or good in that technique, you have the technique also how to present dramatic poses, how to feel comfortable to go deep in the movement. This is creating your emotions if you want to work artistically. But we have also a big community in our belly dance world who are totally against technique, and they only say and go back to the argument to the statement, belly dance is from the soul, I enjoy myself. Then I say, darling, then you have to go to therapy. Because they say do only shimmies and they do, then I'm saying, okay, do that in Arabic countries or we have 6 Turkish countries or in 6 Turkish, they will say, are you crazy? What are you doing? This is also dangerous because if you do too much like this, automatically, I'm sorry for telling that, but the man and the ladies will think what she's doing is she presenting orgasm.
Okay.
And then I'm thinking, oh, lady, take care. If the audience get this idea, they will judge over you. And then it's your mistake as a dancer to go by accident in that category. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's
Well,
always technique. Even how far can I go to be dramatic? How far I come back? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Even this is a technique.
I do understand. It's all about the journey and the image and what you're portraying as well.
But what is what is soul? If you have only this hand, I don't have to do to this dog face to have emotion.
Yeah.
Ignore my and look. This is my emotion. Close your face and only my hand is telling. Emotion is not here. This is gestic. This is articulation. But imagine you are face covered. Does it mean if your face is covered that you have no emotions? You can't present emotions? Aura, energy flow. Energy flow is not in the face. I can have a poker face. The belly dancers today, I love their technique. And they are amazing belly dancers, millions of them. But the new trend, unfortunately, is that they think that poker face is emotion. Please avoid that. You can be emotional just with closed face.
So, what advice would you have for dancers then? So, for dancers who struggle, because a lot of dancers, including my students, always ask me, how do I display emotion, but it doesn't, so it doesn't look fake. They don't want to look fake while they're doing, or maybe they say, I don't like smiling. I don't want to smile while I dance. It's
Me
not
too.
that.
I don't like it.
Yes.
When
So,
I was
what would you do? What advice do you have for dancers then? So you talked about energy flow. What should they then concentrate on if they can't smile their way through something or
I will tell you how it was with when I was starting to do belly dancing in Germany and I was out of the conservatoire. I was very like a ballerine. And many dancers said, oh my God, he has a very nice body. At that time I had this body. And he's doing with Turkish music or with Arabic music some ballet. This is not Oriental. And I was doing Zeki Müren Turkish art music, which is dramatic. I love dramatic. I love drama. I am drama. Look me now. I am drama. Because I try because then the energy goes and I start to relax. At that time, everybody said, Azad, why you don't laugh? You don't smile. You don't. You look always angry. I said, no, I'm laughing. I'm smiling. No, you don't. And I was thinking, why? The problem was, I was thinking that I'm smiling. Now I'm smiling.
okay. Yeah, it's
But
very
for
different.
normal
Yeah,
people, this is not
yeah,
smiling. Smiling is like,
yeah.
this is fake. But the thing is, I started to use more my face to smile. There's a smile, you smile, but you feel it yourself, but you can't present. So we are responsible what we are presenting. But I can also, hey, but mostly this is fake. And if you are not a person who's too much going out with your energy, it will be difficult, because outside people always tell me on the street, you are so arrogant. How ignorant a person can be. I said, me? I am arrogant? You walk so stiff, you never smile. I said, no, this is, why should I smile on the street alone? This is the same in on stage. And when the music don't allow you to smile, why to smile? Because we learned as a teacher, you have to smile, you have to smile. Maybe the music don't allow. Or we say, in Rakshak, you have to smile. You can't smile all the time. Of course, you should be not concentrated. I say always in the class, don't be concentrated with looking down on your face. You can be also concentrated like relaxing. I recommend go in front of the mirror and learn a face just to put on your face. Go like a selfie. Look, when we do selfie, we always try to catch the most beautiful face. When we can do that, why we don't do just how I look normal or how I look when I go to the side? I studied that because I know, oh, this face I don't like, this face. And when I do always press bump, I know how my eyes should go there. Boom. I analyzed myself and I just put them on. But when I do improvisation, everything is lost. And the thing is, the choreography should be in your body, if you are dancing choreography, that you have time to relax. If you don't study enough this choreography and you just think always or the accent, then you will not have time. In the classes, I always say, train the choreography with relaxed face. Look into the mirror and don't look to the dancer in front of you. Look to have the control. And if you do mistake, just say shit and continue. Boom. Catch yourself in the mirror. In yoga, the same. When you do exercise, they say, look deep into your eyes, because between your eyes, you can see your soul. And when I'm in the class and we turn very fast, go up, down, tak, tak, you have no time. So imagine, like our drum solo in London, February, you had no time to breathe. Oh my God, even me.
That drum solo is so fast.
In that seconds, milliseconds, you need the time to catch yourself for just a second, or maybe less than a second, to catch you and say, here I am. Just to say, oh my God, I'm still sexy with that speed. And this will train your body automatically. And then you can have a poker face and people will love it. And if you don't feel that you have to smile, don't smile, but also don't cry. Just lips open, breathe. And the eyes like a cat, that's enough.
Oh. See, it's really interesting because I smile loads. Like for me, smiling is very natural. I don't know. I'm just an over smiler.
Can I tell you a feedback?
Go on.
Feedback for
I'm on YouTube.
Body language. Guys, body language. Can I give you a feedback? Go on.
I'm ready.
No, you have an open face. Your eyes are in the focus and you give power and energy. Yeah, it's like the light is coming here. You are smiling naturally and you have a big smile. On stage, in some dances, you force. I do the same. I do the same when I'm not sure with the audience, if I don't feel comfortable. You try to force a face which is not Tevec.
Interesting. You heard it here first, exclusive.
But I have the same problem. When I went to GAR, it was always my dream to dance in that historical music hall. I blocked, and I felt on stage that I blocked my face totally to the audience. I couldn't look into the eyes because all the tourists are watching. We had Greeks, we had Russians, we had Italians. I don't know how many people, and they have seen a lot of sexy girls dancing better, and then me, and I had to be very close with turban. I made so many mistakes and I couldn't, and I see all the cameras filming me, but my face was like watching the door exit, like on stage, because I was so unsure. And when I watched the video, I said, oh my God, this is not the real Azad, this is not my face. But it happens.
Yeah. I think
It
it is.
depends how you feel at that moment.
That's true. That is very true. Well, I'm going to ask a
Just
few
a
more
moment, just
questions.
a moment. And the students, and also we, are sometimes forced to make people happy. I have to push them. Yalla! This is not our nature, you know? Maybe outside we are just relaxed, lying, and we are not the person who are going always in the center to be in the focus. But on stage, we are forcing because you know our audience, especially Western audience who are not involved in belly dance,
Yeah.
are like that. So you think they say, why this dancer is in front of me? In Middle East, in Turkey, for example, the belly dancers on stage, people immediately start to dance with you. The energy is good, but we say, stop, sit down and watch. I'm paying so much money for a workshop and pay and learn. Watch first before you dance. I will take you later to dance. And it's the total opposite thing.
Yeah.
Now your question.
Yes. So I'm going to finish off with a few more questions. So you touched upon it a little bit, but I'll ask, you can give me a direct answer. Who are your Turkish inspirations?
Nesrin. Tülay. Nesrin Topkapi over Tülay Karaca. I love. And I like also Princess Banu style, but she's too much naked. But also that, and and Sema Yıldız when she's entering still now. The style is different than what I do, but now she's has a high age. We don't tell that age, but even now when she's entering, she's walking like a lady in the age of 79, something like that. I like all of them. Also the dancers before who are dancing for Hollywood or for Turkish old movies. But this style is more a mix for me, like Samia Gamal, Taya Karui. This is for me not a real belly dance. So people, please don't misunderstand and don't turn my words in my mouth. This is for me belly dance Raksharki with big influence of ballet and fake Hollywood show for television. The real belly dance is for me like Nesrin, Banu, Amani from Lebanon, or Nagwa Fuat, Aza Sharif, or that style, you know, Zorzak, like that. The before is more artistic television, artistic Hollywood style belly dance. So, but Nesrin, in a period, I loved also a lot Tanyeli when she was older and get juicy because her hands, all that stuff I take from her. But Nesrin.
Yeah, I would agree, of course. And what do you think
And
is?
I will tell you,
Oh yeah.
and I had not so many belly dances. My real teachers have been my ballet and jazz dancers. I had only two free teachers. And for my hips, I would like to appreciate Yasmin Ghazali. She's a German and she's living in Spain. I take 2 years only hip technique, 2 years. But I don't do all that technique because it's really a big range with her, and I got a lot of base of her. And then, of course, a little bit influenced by other dancers, but my main and my own imagination, because I was starting in ballet very late, so my body was not ready for that because I was playing soccer, football
Yeah, football.
until I was 16, and then I went to the ballet to in a conservatoire to be a ballet dancer. That's totally the opposite. My legs, everything, and the strong technique, and I was very good with my upper body, but hip down, it was horrible for them. They said you shake your ass too much, your legs are not on the oar, you are more inside. And every mistake in ballet, I turned to my advantage in belly dance. When we do rond des jambes en l'air, they said, don't move your hip. But when I move my hip, It's very snaky. It's nice. So I turned my mistakes to my advantage in belly dance. This is why people say I'm not strong dancer like many new dancers, but they say, Azad, you are always different. Your technique is different. You are doing something different. And I was thinking, what is different? This is to work with my mistakes.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, no, good advice. So what do you think is the future of Turkish style or is modern Istanbul style and what people see at the moment?
Well, unfortunately, our dancers are not presenting so much this style. We have high class standard. When I see a lot of international teachers are copying Turkish belly dancers who are not so famous in YouTube or Facebook, because the Turkish belly dancers here are dancing every night in a club. Now it's closed, but normally every night. They don't have time and passion for YouTube and Instagram. They do their 30-minute shows and go. And many tourists are coming and filming, belly dancers especially. I just want to mention Eylül Gülsever.
Oh yes,
Even
please do.
our Turkish belly dancers are copying her. She was one of the first doing a lot of technical stuff. When I brought her to Moscow, people were saying, "What is that? My God!" Many people don't know her, but many famous people are copying her combinations even. But the normal students don't know, and our community is always telling, I created. But if you know, you will see it's from other dancers, but why not to use? I think now in Turkey, we have very sexy, beautiful dancers like Gamze, for example. Nice body, nice hips, everything. But the nightclubs are like, go and dance for 5 minutes and do party. Now they are forced to dance like in Egypt, the same, the short, quickie shows to impress the people. But I think soon it will change again, go back to the classical oriental style to present routine. But the same is not only in Turkey, also in festivals. They want to see Méjancé, 3 minutes, quick, short, quick, short, quick, short. And then they force the students, please show emotion. How should I show emotion in 3 minutes? It's not possible.
So do you think it's maybe people's attention spans have shortened? Like, you know, now we have our mobile phones, we just
Organizers,
you think it's
organizers,
organizers? Okay.
organizers.
Even not just the festivals then, so people who come to the clubs, you know, normal people, do you think their
I will
attention?
tell you, I will tell you, when I was dancing in a very big place, only rich people, important people, and they had a lot of dancers, and I was dancing in the night at 3 o'clock. And around me, a lot of cameras, I was shocked. All the people stayed and said, where are you? We are waiting. Oh my God, you are dancing old Turkish style like Nesrin. So people loved it. But the bosses of the nightclub, the managers, they say, Azad, this is too long. Please do a 3 minutes gig. I said, my entrance is just 3 minutes.
Yeah.
My breathing is 3 minutes. What should I show in 3 minutes? The thing is, also here in the clubs, they have a lot of dancers. And of course, you can't present 6 hour show. And it's also the go-go dance, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And I say, Rock Sharky is not. Minimum, I need 7 minutes. Minimum to show slowly to the people. So I say always the why the belly dance started to be a very quick dance is the organizers are forced to say to the dancers, please, small gigs. Why? Because we need a lot of students. A lot of people are coming because you have a lot of costs. You have to pay a lot. And we need people for that. And all of them want to enter the gala show or competition or. And then we are forcing, we want to do everybody happy. That's why the cake gets the same in the nightclubs because people are going to have fun, but you have to present go-go, striptease, belly dance, and and people are mostly can focus only some minutes, even not some minutes, and then they lose the energy.
Yeah.
But in Turkey, we have the problem: dancers must do that, so they do. Organizers are happy. Audience say, but we want to see also real belly dance. And when I'm coming, the organizers, the manager says it's too long. I said, but give me that opportunity. I can keep the audience, and you will see everybody will dance later. But I need my 15 minutes for that to get everybody to dance. This is what they don't understand. And then the problem is when I present my 15-minute show, the other dancers are 5 minutes. They think, oh my God, when Azad is establishing that, the boss will force us also to do the same stuff, like rock sharky entrance, ballady, floor work, drum, bam. And they say, shit, for that money, why should I do more? So dancers don't like me in that way. And of course, some dancers are just lazy because they are in that club and they move to another club, another club. This is the situation. But I hope it will change in a classical way to see again rock shark in a club. We have some places, but it's more the quickie style,
Yeah.
like in Cairo.
Okay. All right. So my last question is, what advice do you have for dancers looking to do or learn more about Turkish style?
Follow me, come to my classes. No. Um, don't believe every Turkish dancer who's teaching Turkish belly dance. The reason is many non-Turkish people are talking about Turkish style because we know a lot about Egyptian style, and they say, I can't sell that as Egyptian because people have an idea. But people don't know Turkish style, I can sell that. Take care. And please watch correctly in YouTube. And Turkish style is not Roma. Roma gypsy is gypsy. And there's also a difference. Gypsy folk, gypsy stage, and the new fusion, what Turkey completely refuses, the belly dance gypsy in our community, what some dancers are doing. Because these male dancers are teaching the male steps which ladies should never, never do in gypsy. So Turkish belly dance is different, gypsy is different. Go to YouTube, watch Nesrin Topkapi, Prenses Banu, Tülay Karaca, Necla Ateş, and so on. If they want, I can send the list with the names and analyze and look the years and analyze how was belly dance, how it changed, what they are doing. Because we are always changing to present. If you want to have idea, take this lady in front of me, watch her. She tries to get the representative of Turkish style and she's working on that and we will work, and I'm trying to represent that but in an international way with the Egyptian Arabic style. So we have some dancers, but what I can't stand is when I see belly dancers doing only Roma, saying Turkish style, or just taking Turkish music and saying Turkish style. No, Turkish style is a very sportive acrobatic style. You must 90% is technique. Even I'm not enough Turkish. We need floor work, hat, big accents, stage, spins. Otherwise, no floor work, no Turkish. No spins, no Turkish. Beautiful, soft, elegant hands, arms. Otherwise, no Turkish. We have our base on Persian dance, and that's why filter. But nowadays, all the styles are mixed, so you can't filter. There's no anymore that style. But if you come to Istanbul, if this pandemic is over, I want you to start in September. This year, I will be silent. I'm offering, as you know, on the boat Bosphorus 5 days, 7 days, intensive courses, holiday, Istanbul, every day in the morning classes, and then sightseeing, going to the nightclubs, having class with other teachers, going to Grand Bazaar, and. Unfortunately, I canceled, of course, this year But next year we will start also with folklore influence. Then I will show you all on the source, the Turkish, the classy style, not the nightclub style, the classy style.
Yeah, I know. That's one of the things I'm really heartbroken about this year. So is I'm not going to come to Istanbul in September. I'm just like, no.
Come, I'm waiting. I'm free.
I know. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. But
And you don't have to go to quarantine. Nobody in Turkey is coming. You get your control. You are not in quarantine, but come. But I have to tell, I interrupt you, but you are really, I said to many dancers, Turkish, also to famous dancers where the whole world knows, you can be a good representative of Turkish style. But they are not interested really in that. But I see now you in that way, going in that way, and you are filtering, and we have to do more. But you are one of these very less or unique names who are doing that, trying to do that and get more, more, more. You are that. That's why I say always Tevec is our national belly dancer, also representing us in UA, how do you call it? UEFA?
UEFA. Yeah,
Yeah,
UEFA.
and all that's that. And say in Turkey, this is our national state belly dancer. And you did that in the way very nice. This is, for example of Turkish style in that clip.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me, and you know, it's who I am. It's what I've grown up with. So I don't want to be anyone else. Sometimes I get lost, but I know in my
All
heart.
of us.
Yeah, I know in my heart that's who I am. So it means a lot to hear that from you, Azad. Thank you so much.
My recommendation, because you said that to everybody, think about why you are doing belly dance, and first of all, dance for yourself in the mirror. Even when you are in the class, first you for yourself, and don't close your eyes and think, oh my God, my body is not so perfect. Oh my God, I have a little bit fat. Oh my God, my legs are short. No, watch yourself in the mirror in a beautiful way. When you watch yourself beautifully, you will see something beautiful.
Aww. There we are,
Everybody
ladies.
says to me, you are so fat for a bell dancer. I said, no, I'm just sexy. And I
Oh, well, thank you so much. This has been absolutely amazing. I'm gonna wrap it up on YouTube, but stay there for me, Azad, stay on the line. So we're going to have, this is our very first Tevec's Turkish tea with. As you can see, today we had the special guest Azad Kaan. Please follow him. He is amazing. He's a fantastic teacher and really takes care of his students. He really does. And he's an amazing performer. I've learned so much from him.
thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. And we will see you next time on Tevec's Turkish Tea with, and I won't give it away, but we have another Turkish guest. Dun, dun, dun. So join us again.
I will watch the next dancer.
Stay well and stay safe. Okay.